time to get to work on this thing. The plan right now is to do some upgrades for this thing before the end of the month. The Adventure Palooza that I did last year, link above, that was a really, really fun ride. And this thing, I just want to make it more durable for when the bike goes over. So some common upgrades like the handguards here, floppy, zip tied together handguards, and then these mirrors, I got some double take mirrors. And then also, you know, the skid plates on these things are notoriously weak, along with the drain plug hanging down below the bike. Got a low profile magnetic drain plug as well as a used skid plate, an aluminum skid plate, so that's going to be awesome. And then also some platform pedals that are kind of like that mesh metal, so that'd be cool. We're going to combine all these things along with a new tire and have an even more capable and durable bike. It's going to be awesome. Alright, so run you through what I've chosen here, the smorgasbord of parts and components. This time I'm going to go with a Shinko 700 on the rear, and I'm waiting on the front to wear down a little bit further, and I'm going to go ahead and do a Shinko 700 up front. I've used these tires on other bikes. I like them, so we're going to go with that. The skid plate, no idea what brand this is, but it's a little bit banged up, as it should be. It does its job, so I'm going to hammer it flat, and then go ahead and get that on the bike. The double take mirrors, these things are awesome. Seen a couple buddies, actually not a couple buddies, like the entire ADV market, everybody is running these things, so I really like those, and it'll definitely help keep my mirrors and pedestals from being broken in the event of the bike going down. I mentioned the foot pegs. These things came with brackets already mounted, so I'm just gonna unbolt and bolt back on, so that'll be easy. New oil filter, gonna change the oil. Of course, we got the magnetic drain plug. And then the Tusk handguards. Now, I think all of this should go on pretty smoothly. I'm curious about how these are going to fit. We'll find out though. And I think while I have the bike apart, now is going to be a good time to go ahead and just pull the stem off and go ahead and just lube these steering bearings. I've never done that, and it's just something that needs to be done. Then it'll be a good opportunity to check it out. So, and then the final piece of the recipe, Rotella. It's a KLR. It needs Rotella. It's like Frank's Red Hot. I put that shit in everything. Anyway, time to get to work. Those who are frantically typing comments about factory Kawasaki oil and all that stuff, or AMSOIL or whatever, just hit delete. I don't care. I don't ride this thing enough to need a fancy oil. This has got me by forever on almost every bike I have. So don't worry about it. It'll be okay. Alright, next order of business, we're going to figure out how to get the skid plate on here. And it's got a nice little curve here, which it's supposed to have. We have the brackets for it. I'm going to go ahead and clean up some of the aluminum that's hanging off so it doesn't like cut your finger or anything like that. And then I'll have to be really careful, but I'll need to straighten that out. Do it in a precision manner. see that I used an exhaust clamp here along with another piece of aluminum to kind of take some of the force away from that bolt. I don't want it to damage the down tube here. So just a little extra pad, a little extra reinforcement. The skid plate, just going through kind of what it came with, didn't look like it came with a front mount, so I don't know, probably couldn't be too much different than that. But yeah, simple little 1 3/4 inch exhaust clamp, 1/8 inch piece of aluminum wrapped around, and then put some bolts and Loctite on it. Then we got the bolts on the bottom, or the clamps on the bottom. Fits great. I think it's going to be awesome. So anyway, now I'm going to move my attention front and up. So I think just going to have to do it. Just go ahead and pull the whole front end off. Alright, we have the front end off of this thing. It's not looking too bad. The bearings were actually in good shape. The grease was intact. It was pretty nice. Didn't look like there's any corrosion in it. So as of now, I just have the triple, and then the bearings in here, just in the solvent tank getting cleaned up. So they're looking good. Here in a second, I'm going to go ahead and repack the bearings and reassemble the front end. And then we can start on the fun stuff, which is the handguards and mirrors. Looking forward to that. Alright, we've got this thing loosely on the bike right now, and I think I got it fitting pretty decent here. Main thing was, of course, this bend. But pretty square on the bar end here. My biggest thing is I wanted it almost level, of course. I don't want them like angled down or some funky angle. But I think that's going to fit fine. Cable clearance was fine with these mounts here. So I think it's time to go ahead and move on to the other side. I'm still debating on pulling these out and either putting anti-seize or Loctite on them. I might do Loctite, I don't know. But going into aluminum, I want at least some kind of anti-seize or something in there. I don't want bare threads for them to gall. Okay, well these things are a little tall. They just look strange to me right now. I'm just so used to having the traditional stock round mirrors on here, but I know these things are going to definitely serve a purpose. It's going to make loading the bike easier, just moving these things around real quick, real easy, and of course, when, not if, but when this thing falls on the trail, I have more protection and these things are going to, obviously fold away. And that's what they are designed to do. So overall, I'm pretty happy with them. They're just going to take a little bit to get used to visually. No pun intended, because they're a mirror. But yeah, anyway, got the handguards on, front end's back on, re-greased. What else did I do to this thing? We got the skid plate on here. And I'm debating, I think I might wait on the tire because I can slap that thing on in like 40 minutes or whatever. And I don't know. Who am I kidding? Let's do the back tire. It's here, it's on the table, I have the parts. In a few moments I have the time. Let's do it.
and we are on the road testing out these mods, you know. And right off the rip, I'm kind of digging these mirrors. They are super easy to adjust, for one, and then they do their job really well. I can see super clear. Granted, that's brand new reflective glass and not, you know, super grimy mirrors that were on my bike that I haven't cleaned in like ever. So that's one thing that's cool. These handguards, knowing that that's going to have some increased strength here, makes me want to just go jump off stuff, bash into trees and be like, haha, you can't get my hands. Maybe return my extra levers that I got, because we're not going to break them anymore. No, but so far they look really good. And then the foot pegs, I'm already having an issue with the left peg here. You can watch. The peg kind of comes up with the wind. There's no return spring on it. Now, you know, I bought these things used and they were, you know, they're just kind of like pieced together. So who knows what, you know, they're not really for this bike, but, you know, something I'm going to have to address. If I got to put like some kind of return spring on it, or bungee tape, bungee cord it, or who knows, just whatever. We'll get it figured out. And then the tire, I'm not really pushing it around corners yet because it's brand new, but, you know, it is, I can tell it's a little bit taller, which is great. Got a little bit more of a commanding position. The other one was just, you know, it's getting worn. And I think this one has a taller overall profile, even like, you know, new for new. But I like that for sure. But yeah, headed out. Gonna hit some gravel on the way, which is great. I get to test some forward traction on it. Which, you know, the other one had a solid pattern in the center, so it's like that's where it was lacking, and off-road was forward traction. But yeah, anyway, we'll see how this one is. Yep, still wheelies. Passes the test. Gravel. Why do I want to go back and air that out? I mean, what's an adventure bike if you're not gonna look for adventure anywhere you can? Some construction area stuff. Good off weird terrain practice. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's a big rock right there. Oh crap. Hell yeah. Oh, one dab. Ooh, that's steep. Those weeds could be hiding a complete vertical drop off. And if I fall behind there, nobody can see me. Oh, I love this spot down here. Oh, we're gonna chase some gooses. This would be a good test for the vertical traction. It's actually a pretty steep hill. Oh yeah. Oh, that has no problem. This is a lot more grippy than the last tire. don't know if you guys saw the video where I did the manual fan override along with the Ducati fan upgrade, but man, that is the #1 modification I would recommend for KLRs. They just run hot, man. Or at least mine does, I don't know. That looks relatively soft. I think I can try it. Short guy problems. Well, yeah, we're gonna go do it again. Good practice. Alright, what do you say we get out of here and quit pushing our luck before officer of the law drives by and says I can't be here. That right there is exactly why you need an adventure bike. That should be reason enough alone. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. Appreciate you checking it out. If you want to see more KLR content, just let me know. I really like doing the ADV type thing, and we have a nice ride, the Adventure Palooza, coming up at the end of the month. So once you do that ride, you'll definitely be seeing a video a couple weeks after it. It's going to be a lot of fun. 3 days on the bike, camping, and just having fun. So good times, good people. But anyway, if you haven't already, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.